Self-acceptance. It's a major part of our life. We constantly strive towards being the better version of ourselves. We try to look better, we try to feel better, we try to make changes that will make us the better version of ourselves. But what we constantly forget is to know where we're coming from, what we are at the point where we're trying to make these changes. Where are we standing along the lines of improvement? What we forget to do is to accept that version of ourselves, which is the key step towards moving forward. As long as we don't know where we stand, it's difficult for us to even move forward and think about making changes because we don't know who we are, we don't know where we are. We get truckload of information out there in order to be the best version of ourselves, but we get overwhelmed hearing all these tips and remedies and techniques, and we don't know what works for us because we are unaware of who we are. So before we try to make these changes, let's take a pause, let's wait for some time and think of who we are. What do we need? What does best version of ourselves look like? We don't know that. Most of the time we just see what's fancy out there, what's being popular out there, and we just want to be that. But we don't see, is it aligned to who you are? Is it aligned with your true path? Which is something that we constantly forget to think about. And it's not our fault. It's something that we are used to doing. We see something trendy, we want to do that. We see something that's popular, we want to try and make it work for ourselves too. And when it doesn't work, it just leads to sadness and depression. We constantly try to find flaws in us. We see what is wrong with us before we see what's good with us. See, everyone has their flaws and the better versions of themselves existing at the same time. But instead of focusing on that best version or the better part of yourself, what we do is we just try to find what's missing, what's lacking, what's not working out for you. And what it does is you constantly put yourself down, you constantly remind yourself that you need to become someone else to be loved, to achieve this, to be desiring, to be getting to that particular point. And it's not true. You're worthy and you're deserving of everything you desire at the very moment you are right now. And that is how you achieve your goals, and that is how you become the better version of yourself. Everyone's better version could look different, which is something we don't realize. We constantly try to be someone else, which is looking more popular, more trendy, but we forget what works for us. So today I urge you to take 5 minutes from your busy time and go outside into the sunlight, walk barefoot, experience that fresh air, and just sit with yourself for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, talk to yourself, listen to yourself. It doesn't have to be a full-fledged meditation. It just needs to be 5 minutes well spent with yourself, who you are at this point, who you are at this moment. Just sit with that person. Be kinder, be gentle, be loving, and be accepting of who you are. And you well deserve everything you desire at that very moment. You do not need to change your look, your appearance, the way you speak, the way you show up. You don't have to change anything about you at that point. Just sit with you and appreciate you. Just say thank you for showing up. Thank you for being there for me always. Imagine a friend of yours who does a lot for you day to day and you forget to thank that person. How would that person feel? How much will they be able to contribute to you more? They wouldn't, right? So you are that same person. You deserve that kind of love and appreciation from you for showing up every day, for striving to be better, for playing along when we push it so hard. Doesn't it deserve some love and care and appreciation from us? It does. Because we are the only ones with us throughout our lives, and we are going to strive for the better of ourselves and make ourselves the best version. And for that, it's not a bad thing to take 5 minutes from your busy time and thank you. Just thank you for and appreciate. Show that appreciation. We are amazing at appreciating people around us, but we forget about ourselves. We are great at looking at our flaws and, using harsh words to ourselves sometimes. But we forget to be kinder, we forget to be gentle, we forget to be loving. And when we point out those flaws, we are actually performing from a point of lack. We are reminding ourselves that there's something lacking. You need to get there in order to be deserving of something. You need to look a certain way in order to deserve something. This is something that we're taught, we're conditioned to believe in that way. But is that really true? Take some moment to think about that. It's not true. You are born ready. You're born deserving of everything you desire. You're so loved and you're so beautifully made and created. You don't need to change anything about you. You're so beautiful. You're so amazing. And you deserve everything you desire in your life without a change. But accepting that is so hard for us. We've reached a point where we're taught to not believe that. We're taught to be something else, to be someone else, to feel a certain way, to be deserving of it. No, we deserve everything we desire. We are so loved and we are so protected the way we are. We just forget to see that sometimes. And it's not our fault, it's conditioning. That's just how we're conditioned to think and believe. So let's make a change to that. Let's start from there. And although it's vital to be the best version of yourself and look good, feel better, and all of that is great, but it has to start from somewhere. And that starting point, let it be through self acceptance, through accepting who you are. Let it start from there. Let's let that be our goal today, is to take some time for yourself, sit with yourself, take a moment, pause, and show yourself how much loved you are the way you are, and be kind to yourself. And then we can start working on whatever that's missing in our life or whatever that we need to make changes to. We can do that with so much joy, and you can see that how you cooperate with yourself for all these desires that you have. Because you show kindness to yourself, you will show kindness back to you. When we function from a place of complete happiness, complete feeling of who we are, we don't need to look for it elsewhere. We are not looking for someone to come up and fill a void. Something's lacking in your life. You're not looking for someone to come and give you that appreciation. If an appreciation void is present in you, you are looking out for someone to come and give you that appreciation, and you're not finding it. That leads to a feeling of lack. But if you yourself give you that appreciation that you've been looking out for, you don't need someone to fill that void. You fill it yourself. Imagine you need someone to come and show you love, but you show love to yourself. You don't need someone to come up and fill that void. So learn to be those people that you've been looking out for. Learn to be that person for you that you are looking out for. You don't need someone else to come up and make you feel those feelings. You can feel it yourself. You can show that appreciation and respect and love and worthiness to yourself. You don't need to wait for someone else to come and show it for you. When you wait for someone else to show it for you, what happens is most of the time we may not get it. And secondly, even if you get it, it won't be the way you expected. So you have to just compromise with what you get. So we don't have to compromise for this. You can wait and accept the person or people in your life who actually has some value to offer you. You don't have to compromise for it, because you are already those people for you. You don't need external validation. You don't need external approval. You don't need external appreciation or external love to fill some void in your life, because you're filling it yourself. And you're more than capable of doing that. And this will lead you to be the better version of yourself, because you do things because you love you. You do things because you appreciate you, or you need reasons to appreciate you, so you do it. So this is coming from a place of love and not lack. It's a vital part of our life to accept ourselves for who we are before we strive for being the better version of ourselves. So self-acceptance is key to be whoever you want to be, whatever you want to be. And you can do it all, because you are amazing and you are so full, you're complete. You don't need something else to complete you. Thank you for listening.